Welcome to A Night Off-Road. Welcome back.
We are back.
We are.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that little bit of footage. We've only just really started talking and narrating now because I've got some, or had, self-inflicted acid reflux. But if we haven't formally introduced ourselves, my name is Dylan.
And I'm Tim.
And we are currently on a journey up to Queensland, a road trip if you will. The 28th we left, we decided to get up early because we had still a shit ton of stuff to do. But first on the agenda we went straight to Coles. Got some stuff to fill up the fridge, of course beers, arguably the most important item.
I would put it right up the top. Just the top.
I think food's important, but what's food without a beer? What's camping without a beer, really?
It's not the same.
So first on the list was Gippsland.
Yeah.
West Gippsland, in fact. We wanted to go to Lakes Entrance or just the Gippsland Lakes, find a spot to camp. That proved particularly difficult, didn't it?
Extremely difficult.
Far out. I'll tell you what.
Impossible, in fact.
And on our way up to the Gippsland Lakes, I remember this place from years ago. I don't even know how many years ago, but a long time ago. Boom, there it was. So we went in and there was no name, I'm not too sure.
There was no signs, there was no name, there was no...
Yeah, I mean maybe it was called something and we just missed the sign, or there were a plethora of pine trees, so many pine trees, and just alleyways where it was honestly a spectacle. And if you're into pine trees, even better for you. So what I'll do is we'll roll on some footage and yeah, give you a sneak peek of what we got up to. So we spent about an hour in low range there, and probably not needed, but it was beautiful. There are some steep tracks, a few, I don't know.
It was too nice, too much fun to leave.
So not long after that, we pretty much just hightailed it to Lock Sport, where, as we mentioned earlier, we hard dealt not getting the campsite. So we took the 1.5 hour drive in the dark and rocked up to Perry Bridge, and the first campsite we saw free on our left we went straight into and just set up there for the night. Timmy got the swags ready, which was good, and I just cooked us arguably some of the best fat snags I've had, in onion with a bit of cheese.
We were well overdue for a feed.
Oh yeah, and we got up to a beautiful frosty morning. I tell you what, it was cold overnight. That was beautiful. It was wet, it was dewy, it was frosty, but the sun, I felt like you could get a tan as soon as you got in the sun. Yeah, so after that we were on our way to Mallacoota, and we were looking forward to it because we noticed the campsite nice and early. One review, we knew it was a bit of foot, we didn't know there was a bit of forward driving to get to, we just knew it was off the beaten because it was probably about 15 kilometres from the main road all the way down to Lake Barracuda. But no, don't get me wrong, good fun. I think some of the best forward driving I've ever done. Some of the ruts we were doing, river crossings, yeah, mad ruts, absolutely mad ruts. Dips, dives, potholes, mad steep hill climbs, steep descents, whoops, undulations, corrugations, everything. It had everything, and it was an amazing time. And we get down to the bottom of the track and we're thinking, far out. Google Maps 20 minutes. We've been doing this for about over 2 hours now, and it was just undriven. It was undriven territory, and if you drove down there, it wouldn't have been for a while, or if you did, there wasn't many of you. And there were signs saying that they do close the gates at certain parts of the year and certain times of the year, which is great. And there was a gate right at the bottom, and I kid you not, with the driving rate we were going at, this seems like a lie, but we would have been 10 minutes. 10 more minutes. But it didn't look too forward drive track.
It looked pretty simple.
Yeah, it looked good.
She was just closed.
And it was closed. So we went back up, and there's a little cut through track that the maps told we just rerouted. And we drive through there, and again, can't get through. Massive trees and logs blocking the whole path. And when I say there's a tree in the way, I don't mean I can put the winch on and drag it out. That is the fattest and biggest tree that's fallen down.
It's taken about 3 trees with it.
And you can't go around, you can't go through it. And believe me, we tried to give it a go. There's just no way. So we thought, well, what do? Do we just camp on the side of the track? And we're going, oh, this is a bit of fun, but it's also a little bit worrying. And being in the frame of mind, we were just enjoying the adventure and
yeah, we were just taking it in. We weren't getting angry, pissed off.
No, just having fun.
It is what it is, and
yeah, so we
kept
thought,
rolling with the punches.
Yeah, exactly. We're just rolling with it. But turned around and we just thought, well, we got to go back the way we came. And we were both going, licking our lips, going, well, we've done this track before. It was fun.
Yeah.
But we still had a 2-hour trek to get back to some form of campground. We saw a few truck stops and a few free camps, but they were either busy or just no good. And we just said, you know what? Let's just go to Eden. Let's
get somewhere closer to our next destination.
Yeah, let's just drive. Let's just go to Eden. It would have been about 11.
Late.
It was very late. And we hadn't eaten again.
Yeah.
But it's funny, you look back at the day and you go, holy crap, we were in the shit.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. It was so good. And that's what it's all about. That's what a night off-road's all about. I mean, you plan your site and that's fine. Enjoy your night off-road. But we didn't want to plan. And that's just what you get when you do that. So we ended up getting to Eden, went down the shorefront. I had to go to the toilet. And that was a 10-minute job in pitch black in a shady toilet by the shore.
Had to have a bodyguard.
I had to have a bodyguard. I had no light trying to take it, you know who. So Timmy was my light man really for that session. But then we really just got in the car, went down on the shoreline and cracked the windows a tiny bit, and we're both out like a light. The sleep wasn't great because you couldn't recline all the way back with all the junk in here. Yeah. But we got a few hours and saw probably one of the best sunrises I've seen in years.
It's a perler. Very good one.
It was amazing. We got a bit of drone footage on that, so we'll play on that now. Beautiful sunrise, eh, Timmy?
Yeah, it was unreal. It's probably one of the best sunrises I've ever seen, to be honest.
Oh, for sure. And if not one of the best, definitely one of the best I've seen in a while.
Oh, 100%. Well, I don't get up for sunrises very often. So
No, not at 5 in the morning.
I'm definitely a sunset kind of person. And then just hightailed it straight to Merimbula. It's only a short drive.
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't that long, was it?
So we rocked up to the beach super early, seeing as we're up at 5 AM. And there was barely a person around. A few surfers trying to catch what waves there were.
Not many.
Not many at all. So it was absolutely beautiful in there, so we went for a dip.
Then what did we go up to after that? We went to the pub, had a feed, a few beers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we actually got to see a sunset for once.
Yeah, we
actually weren't driving during sunset, so we found this beautiful spot. It was called Mallacoota Lake?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Boonda National Park.
Boonda, that's it.
Boonda.
What was I saying before? Bagoonda.
Lake Wellington, all over the shop. Yeah, no, stunning spot, stunning sunset. I think every sunset been on the road, it's been stunning, but this is the first one I've actually been able to set up and catch.
Tried to catch something else too, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, no, we chucked a couple of rods in. That failed epically. That was no good.
Well, the rods didn't fail.
I didn't say the rods failed.
Catching a fish definitely failed.
I think we failed.
Yeah, that was evident, wasn't it? And after the lake, we just said, you know what, let's set up somewhere and let's go to bed. No more tinnies, Just some editing and some
And
other
early
little work
night.
stuff, and an early night,
Really nice.
and we were out. And that pretty much wraps it up. That catches us up to pretty much where we are right now. And
We've just pulled in Batemans Bay.
we have just pulled into Batemans Bay, and it is looking beautiful. It's currently the 31st, New Year's Eve, and yes, we aren't spending a night off road tonight. I think we did. Well, not I think. I know there was some effort put into finding somewhere to stay, but
I think it's also good to have this in this trip because we can plan around it.
Yeah.
Sort of have a place to get to at a certain day, and then whatever after that happens, and then whenever we rock up to Queensland, that's when we get there.
yeah, exactly right.
There's no real plan, but this is sort of
No, we just stay where we want along the way. There's no got to be at this campsite, that campsite, and we've been able to go and do things and not care at all.
doesn't matter where we land.
The one thing that we have planned is somewhere for New Year's, and just sit back in reflection of what a year it's been. All right, mate, let's end it there.
What up, mate?
You guys have a beautiful New Year's, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Peace.
Beauty. Nice.
Love it. And then cut.
If you had a tin of sardines and you took the tin of sardines lid off and put an extra sardine in it, don't stress, man.
That's what?
Don't stress. Yep, potato chip.
Hey.
Hope you enjoyed that short snippet. If you're not familiar with us, I'm Dylan.
Tim. I thought you were going to say it, but I didn't say it.
Tim. That pretty rough. And that pretty
What
much
wraps it up?
Oh, shit.